Last Christmas, my future father-in-law gave my fiancée an Xbox 360 as a Christmas present, which means that last Christmas I also received an Xbox 360. And while I look at anything with the Microsoft logo on it with fearful suspicion, I must admit I was quite excited at the prospect of giving the shiny gray tower a spin. A few spins later and I must admit that I love the thing. No, I don't mean I love it in the same sense that I love my fiancée Sarah, my family, my country, or even a nice steak. On my list of things I love, the Xbox 360 falls somewhere between YouTube and Pad Thai. Still, the fact that I actually like the 360 may surprise those who know me, considering that my reception of the last Xbox could be put politely as indifferent, not so politely as undisguised contempt, or, if being brutally honest, as openly hostile towards. I think the reason I never got into the original Xbox was simply the fact that there were no decent games to actually play on the damn thing. I mean, other than Halo. And considering that I regard first-person shooters with the same affection I reserve for lepers, Halo was hardly a selling point for me. Oh sure, there were good and noteworthy games other than Halo available, but they were already available on systems I already owned. Anyway, the arrival of the Xbox 360 in our home is a welcome addition, because in regards to the new generation of game platforms, the 360 is hosting the new chapters in my favorite game series like Grand Theft Auto 4, Soul Calibur 4, and Silent Hill 5. Being able to continue playing those games is nice, but there are also several games that have come out or are coming out that I'm quite eager to try, like Rock Band for example, which might be the only way to fulfill my dreams of performing with Rush that doesn't involve locking Geddy Lee in my basement and holding him hostage. On top of that, I found two new video game joys in the form of Portal, which might possibly be the most original and best written puzzle game disguised as a first-person shooter, and The Elder Scrolls 4: Oblivion. I'm particularly enjoying Oblivion, because even though Rock Band might let me live out my rock and roll fantasies, I can also do that with the Guitar Hero series, while Oblivion is the only outlet to let me live out my dreams of being a 6-foot-tall Nordic badass who wields a 30-pound warhammer. Oh sure, there's more to Oblivion than that. In fact, there's a big important story involving the death of Patrick Stewart and elevating his illegitimate son Sean Bean to the throne whilst preventing an apocalypse. But the nice thing is that I'm free to outright ignore that in pursuit of a more holy quest. Mainly A, finding ass, and then B, beating it. Sure, it's not perfect, and it definitely has its warts, like a $100 wireless adapter. But all in all, it's an improvement over the original, so I give it a thumbs up, which is a different digit than I gave the original.
I don't need to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in